Your kidneys are the unsung architects of your internal equilibrium, working in the shadows of your ribcage to perform a Herculean task every single second of your existence. Imagine a sophisticated, high-pressure filtration system that never takes a holiday, processing roughly 200 quarts of blood every day to sift out waste and extra water. This intricate biological machinery, composed of about 1 million tiny units called nephrons, is responsible for maintaining the delicate chemical balance that keeps your heart beating and your brain firing. Yet most of us treat these vital organs as if they were indestructible. We subject them to a constant barrage of high-sodium processed foods, hidden sugars, and artificial additives that act like sand in a high-performance engine. The danger lies in the silence of the damage. Unlike a broken bone or a surface wound, your kidneys do not scream in pain when they are struggling. They suffer in quiet resignation, losing function gradually over years. By the time many people experience symptoms like fatigue, swelling, or changes in urinary habits, the filtration capacity may have already dropped significantly. This silent progression is why kidney health is often overlooked until it reaches a critical stage. But the narrative does not have to end in decline. There is a profound resilience within the renal system that can be harnessed through the strategic selection of the fuel we provide our bodies. The transition from silent damage to kidney resilience begins in the kitchen, specifically in the choices we make between our main meals. Snacking is often the hidden culprit behind renal strain, yet it can also be the most powerful tool for restoration. When you choose foods that align with the physiological needs of your nephrons, you are not just eating. You are providing the raw materials for cellular repair and metabolic efficiency. By swapping out inflammatory, mineral-heavy snacks for those that support vascular health and blood sugar stability, you effectively lower the renal acid load and allow your kidneys to focus on their primary mission, flushing out the toxic byproducts of daily life. This isn't about a temporary cleanse or a fad diet. It is about a fundamental shift in how we perceive the relationship between our palate and our internal filters. We are going to explore 4 specific snack categories that serve as biological allies, using scientific justification to understand why they work and how they can be integrated into a long-term strategy for kidney longevity. The first strategic tool in our arsenal is the humble, air-popped popcorn, which represents a masterclass in whole grain efficiency. When you strip away the chemical-laden butter and the excessive sodium found in theater-style or microwave varieties, you are left with a high-fiber, antioxidant-rich powerhouse. The primary benefit of popcorn for the kidneys lies in its impact on the vascular system. Your kidneys are essentially a dense network of blood vessels. What is good for your circulation is inherently good for your filtration. Popcorn contains significant amounts of polyphenols, specifically ferulic acid, which helps combat oxidative stress within the endothelial lining of your renal arteries. Furthermore, the high fiber content in this snack performs a dual role. First, it helps to sequester cholesterol in the digestive tract, preventing it from entering the bloodstream where it could otherwise contribute to atherosclerosis, a major driver of reduced blood flow to the kidneys. Second, fiber promotes a healthy gut microbiome, which is increasingly recognized as a critical factor in renal health. A healthy gut reduces the production of uremic toxins like indoxyl sulfate and p-cresol sulfate, which the kidneys would otherwise have to work overtime to remove. By choosing air-popped popcorn, you are providing a low-potassium, low-phosphorus snack that satisfies the urge to crunch without overwhelming the delicate mineral balance that the kidneys must maintain. To maximize these benefits, you should aim for approximately 3 cups of plain kernels. Instead of salt, which triggers the body to retain water and increases blood pressure within the nephrons, utilize seasonings like garlic powder or smoked paprika. These herbs provide flavor while offering additional anti-inflammatory properties, making your snack a proactive medical intervention rather than a dietary compromise. Moving from the crunch of grains to the creamy texture of plant-based protein, we find our second solution: hummus paired with crisp, raw vegetables. The scientific justification for this snack centers on the potential renal acid load, or PRAL score. Animal proteins, while necessary for some, produce a significant amount of fixed acids when metabolized. To neutralize these acids, the kidneys must work harder, often leaching minerals from the bones to maintain a neutral blood pH. In contrast, plant proteins found in chickpeas have a much lower acid load, making them significantly gentler on the renal architecture. Chickpeas are also an excellent source of soluble fiber and magnesium. Magnesium is a vital mineral that helps prevent the formation of calcium oxalate stones, the most common type of kidney stones. By combining hummus with water-rich vegetables like cucumbers or bell peppers, you are also supporting hydration. Proper hydration is the literal fluid that allows toxins to be carried away. Without it, waste products become concentrated, leading to irritation and potential damage to the renal tubules. The fats in hummus, primarily from tahini and olive oil, are monounsaturated, which supports overall cardiovascular health and helps maintain the integrity of the cell membranes within the kidneys. It is essential, however, to be mindful of store-bought versions that may contain excessive sodium or phosphate additives used as preservatives. The ideal approach is a homemade blend where you can control the salt content, perhaps substituting lemon juice for a bright, acidic pop that doesn't stress the blood pressure. This snack serves as a bridge between hunger and health, providing a steady release of energy that prevents the blood sugar spikes that are so damaging to the kidney's microvasculature. Our third selection addresses the need for something heartier and often sweeter, the strategically prepared oatmeal cookie. This may seem counterintuitive in a world where cookies are usually synonymous with health decline, but when we view the ingredients through a lens of renal support, the oatmeal cookie becomes a vehicle for beta-glucan delivery. Beta-glucan is a type of soluble fiber that forms a gel-like substance in the small intestine. This gel traps bile acids and slows down the absorption of glucose. For the kidneys, this is a massive win. High blood sugar is perhaps the single greatest threat to kidney health, as it causes a process called non-enzymatic glycation, where sugar molecules essentially caramelize the delicate filters of the nephrons. By slowing glucose entry into the blood, oatmeal prevents these damaging spikes. Furthermore, oats are a natural source of avenanthramides, unique antioxidants that have been shown to inhibit inflammation and increase nitric oxide production. This leads to vasodilation, the widening of blood vessels, which ensures that the kidneys receive a rich, oxygenated blood supply. To make this snack kidney-friendly, one must avoid the inclusion of raisins or excessive nuts, which are high in potassium, and instead focus on using rolled oats, a touch of cinnamon for insulin sensitivity, and perhaps a small amount of applesauce as a binder to replace refined fats. This version of the snack provides the comfort of a treat while functioning as a biological shield against the inflammatory processes that lead to chronic kidney strain. Finally, we must look at the puffed rice cake as a clean foundation for mineral management. In the later stages of kidney concern, or even as a preventative measure, managing the intake of phosphorus and potassium becomes paramount. Many modern snacks are fortified with inorganic phosphates, which are absorbed by the body at a rate of nearly 100%, compared to the much lower absorption rate of organic phosphorus found in whole foods. Plain rice cakes are an excellent blank canvas because they are naturally very low in these minerals and contain zero sodium. They offer the psychological satisfaction of a snack while providing a neutral environment for the kidneys. The strategic value of the rice cake lies in what you put on top of it. A thin layer of natural almond butter or a few slices of fresh strawberries can turn this simple grain into a balanced snack that provides antioxidants without the mineral overload. Strawberries, in particular, are rich in anthocyanins and vitamin C, which support the immune system and protect the renal tissues from oxidative damage. By utilizing rice cakes as a base, you are essentially creating a low-load meal that allows your kidneys to catch up on their filtration duties rather than adding to the backlog of waste. This categorical approach to snacking, moving from whole grains and plant proteins to soluble fibers and mineral-managed bases, represents a comprehensive strategy for internal cleansing. However, the effectiveness of these snacks is entirely dependent on the final synthesis, long-term consistency, and the integration of these habits into a broader lifestyle of renal respect. You cannot expect a single bowl of popcorn to undo years of high-sodium intake, just as you cannot expect a single day of hydration to restore a decade of neglect. The real power lies in the cumulative effect of these small daily swaps. Over time, reducing the workload on your kidneys allows them to operate at their peak efficiency. Your blood pressure stabilizes, your systemic inflammation decreases, and your body becomes more adept at identifying and neutralizing metabolic waste. This journey toward kidney health is not a sprint. It is a marathon of mindful choices. It requires a shift from viewing food as merely a source of pleasure to seeing it as a form of biological communication. Every time you choose a kidney-supportive snack, you are sending a signal to your body that you value its internal harmony. You are choosing to protect the filters that protect your life. As you integrate these 4 snacks into your routine, remember that they work best when accompanied by adequate water intake and a reduction in ultra-processed convenience foods. The kidneys are remarkably forgiving if given the chance. They want to keep you clean, they want to keep you balanced, and they want to keep you thriving. By providing them with the right nutrients and avoiding the common pitfalls of modern snacking, you are not just preventing disease, you are investing in a future of vitality and health. Start today by looking at your pantry not as a collection of temptations, but as a pharmacy of potential. Every choice matters, every swap counts, and every kidney-friendly snack is a step toward a cleaner, healthier you. The silent damage of the past can be met with the proactive resilience of the present, ensuring that your internal architecture remains strong, functional, and efficient for all the years to come. Consistency is the architect of health, and your kidneys are the foundation upon which that health is built. By honoring that foundation through strategic nutrition, you unlock a level of well-being that resonates through every system in your body, from your heart to your very soul. Let these snacks be the beginning of a new chapter in your health story, one defined by clarity, energy, and a profound respect for the incredible biological machinery that sustains you every single day of your life without fail.